Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing something slightly different. Oh, well, kind of really different. I'm not doing a makeup tutorial today because I decided to just talk about an issue that is in our society today. And that would be curvy women versus non-curvy women. Now, I've seen like on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and all that other social media, things like, oh, men like meat and not bones, or real women have curves. Well, I'll tell you what, I am all for curvy women. I think that they are beautiful just as much as you can call a thin girl. See, women aren't defined by their curves or lack of curves. Yes, in society, you know, a woman is of age at like 18 or 21, depending on where you're from, but that for me is not what defines a woman. Or if she has, you know, big chest or a big bottom half, like that does not mean anything. You know, you could be developed and I still won't consider you a woman. Yes, you have a body of a woman, but to me that doesn't really define what a woman is. Now, for me, a woman is someone who is independent, self-motivated, caring, good-hearted, goal-oriented. There are so many other things that I could list, but I don't think that you can say, oh, you know, a real woman has curves. What does that even mean? Like, yeah, she can have curves, I understand that, but I know women who aren't curvy. I am not a curvy woman myself. Like, I don't have a big chest or a big bottom or a tiny waist or any of that. Like, I'm almost this shape, but I still consider myself a woman. For me, what I consider a real woman is my mother, and that's not because she gave birth to me and my brother, or because she's, you know, of age, or she has a body of a woman. I see her as a woman because of who she is on the inside. And I'm not being biased because she's my mother, maybe a little bit, but I know of other women that aren't my mother, but I'm just gonna use my mother as an example. She is someone who has been a great influence in my life, and I look up to her, and I want to be a woman like her someday, or I hope to be someone like her. I consider my mother a woman because she is mature. She is caring, nurturing, loyal, independent, hardworking. She's supportive, she's honest. Just a ton of words I can list to you, but you know, you wouldn't actually know that. You know, you could disagree. You don't know her, but the only way you find out if someone is truly a woman is if you get to know her. It's as simple as that. Like women, men also have their own opinions. So you can't say men like meat more than he likes bones, as in referring to women. I know guys who actually prefer thinner girls than they do with curvier girls, and I know that guys prefer more curvier girls than thinner girls. So you can't just say they prefer one thing. It's just like girls. We can prefer a tall guy or a short guy, or, you know, a bigger guy or a smaller guy. Like, it all depends on what that person likes. Another thing I'd like to point out is that I don't like when people tell me, oh, you're so skinny, you need to eat. Trust me when I say that I do eat, and I eat a lot when I do eat. And I don't starve myself. I have a fast metabolism, and that is why I am thin. It's not like I'm starving myself or anything of that matter. So one time when I first met this girl, all she could say to me was, oh my gosh, you're so skinny. Like, how are you that thin? Like, oh my god, you're so skinny. Like, excuse me? That is not something you say to someone when you first meet them, or you just should not be saying that anyways, because that is the exact same thing as saying, oh my god, you're so fat. How could you be that fat? Like, no. That should not come up at all. If you're gonna meet someone for the first time, or just meeting anyone in general, talking to someone, that is not something you bring up at all. I thought that was super rude. Hi, how are you doing? What school do you go to? Ask those type of questions, not talk about how big or how small someone is. You have no idea who someone is until you actually sit down and talk to them. You can't be like, oh my god, she's so skinny, she needs to eat a burger. Do you not realize that girl could have an eating disorder? Do you not understand that? Like, or how about the girl that, you know, may be a bit bigger to you and saying, oh my god, she's so fat, she needs to lose weight. Do you not realize that she may be going through something at home or with her friends, or something, relationship problems that has caused her to, you know, look the way she is? You have no idea who someone is until you actually talk to them. So judging them by the way that they look is not good. It is the same thing as saying, don't judge a book by its cover. Yes, a book itself, I could even talk about, has, you know, a very boring cover, very plain, like it could be black with just the text on it, and you'd be like, I don't want to read that. Meanwhile, inside it could have the best story, and you would have never known that unless you would have read it. Same thing. So just take that into consideration and don't be judging people by how they appear. Honestly, you have no right of doing that. Now, I know girls who are on diets and they are trying to lose weight and they are doing everything in their power that they can, and they just can't seem to get, you know, to that figure that they want to. Or I know girls that are eating a ton to gain weight and they just can't. See, our bodies are all built differently, and some will go through changes, you know, either if they're big and then they'll, you know, gradually get smaller with workouts and whatnot, or girls who are thin and will eat more and then they'll gain more weight. And as I said earlier, there are girls who can eat a lot and won't gain weight. There are girls who work out tons, eat clean, you know, and they just don't lose that weight. It all depends on our body build. And you know what? That is not a problem, and you should not be judging anyone for how big or how small they are. The reason I made this video is to tell you that women are not defined by their curves or lack of curves. What counts is what's on the inside. Ladies, you need to realize that there is more to you than your exterior. This topic is similar to that saying or that quote where it tells you that if you have a beautiful exterior, or you know, you're beautiful on the outside but your inside, so you know who you are as a person, is ugly, then it destroys what's on the outside. And let me tell you that when someone has a gorgeous personality, it shines right through. And I'm not saying that you're ugly on the outside, because I think that everyone is beautiful. And I'm not just saying that, I actually believe it. We all need to stop focusing on our, you know, image so much. The image that you want to pursue is the inside. I'm telling you that right now, because yes, people are gonna remember you as like, oh, the pretty girl, or she wore good clothes, but what really matters is that, or at least for me, what matters is how people remember me for what I am on the inside. So I'm just hoping that you girls will take everything they said and just think about it. Maybe you don't agree with me, that's okay too. Everyone has their own opinions, but I just wanted to bring this up because I've seen a lot of posts lately and I just thought I could talk about it. And you know, if you have anything to say, just leave it down below. If you disagree, agree, whatever. But anyways, until next time, I will definitely be seeing you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye guys!